Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you all doing? Hope you had a great week this past week, as the market gave us plenty of opportunities to capitalize on. In this video, I want to talk about my analysis for gold, EURUSD, GBP USD, and GBP JPY. I'll be starting up with gold from the weekly time frame and work my way down to the 4-hour time frame. Now, on the weekly time frame, we can see that price initially bounced from this resistance or support level that seemed to be holding all the way to this resistance area around the 1730 area before coming back down this past week again strongly, breaking through this support level which has held several times. So this break and closure below this area could mean that price most likely will continue to the downside. And again, that's what we're seeing on the weekly time frame. We can see that price most likely will continue this downtrend, and this downtrend may happen for a while. So even if we go to a much higher time frame, say the monthly time frame, we can see essentially on the monthly time frame that we've got this double top pattern forming on the monthly time frame. So this is a much higher time frame. So what this for me has indicated is that price is on a long-term downtrend. So now that downtrend may not be a smooth one. You may have some retracement to the upside, but generally speaking, price would most likely move to the downside for a while. So basically what that means is we will just be looking for only sales on gold, especially if you are a long-term trader. So even if price retraces to the upside, we'll just look for a way to enter a good buy, sell trade, and then take the price to the downside. If you're a day trader, however, or a short-term trader, you can capitalize on whatever up move would happen in the market. But again, what I'm looking at generally is that price will continue to make a downtrend for now, maybe for the next or to probably to the end of the year. If we go down to the daily time frame, we can see again what's been happening, and price retracing all the way to the downside here and breaking this previous support area. We can see the strong break on the daily time frame that happened on a Thursday, and then price on Friday came back up to retest that area. So basically what we're seeing here is this sort of move with the retracement. The price came down, retraced again, and then broke through this previous level. It's coming back to retest this area here. Okay, and I'm expecting it to continue to the downside, probably breaking this 1640 area as well, and continue all the way down to around the 1500 level. But that would be more in a long term trade. And if we go to the 4-hour time frame, we can see the retracement happening here. Okay, so we can see that this has come down. Price got to this area here, and then it's now retracing back into the zone. So when price gets into the zone here, we have to look for our sell trade. That is if price gives us a sell candlestick pattern. So what we'll be looking for are 3 major patterns, either an engulfing candle, so a strong sell trade like this or like that, or a pin bar. So we'll probably be looking for something similar to this here, this sort of rejection here, where price forms this long wick and quickly rejects and close back down, or an inside bar. An inside bar basically something of this sort here, where you have a stronger bullish candle, then you have a bearish candle which will form like this, and once price breaks below that bearish candle, something like this, then we can take our sell trade to the downside. So that's what we'll be looking for in this area here. All right, and once we're able to identify that sell signal, then we'll be taking our sell trade to the downside. Okay, so even if we're able to take the sell trade from here, for example, around the 1680 area with our stop loss just above here, maybe about 120 pips, then we can take our take profit from here, which will give us about 300 and 50 pips or 380 pips thereabout. So it would be a very good trade for us if that happens according to our plan. But what we have to do is just be patient for price to get into this zone here, and then we'll look for price reactions. If price, on the other hand, gets there and then breaks above this area, especially on the daily time frame, if price the next candlestick closes above this zone, then price may continue to the upside for a little while longer. But generally, I am expecting price to retrace or price to give us a sell signal from this zone, and then we can take our sell trade to the downside. All right. And again, even if you look at our dollar index just to compare to see the direction as well, if it would be a buy and a sell. If we look at the dollar index, we can see that this is in a strong buy as well. We can see the strong up move after the double bottom pattern. And then we can see price now is now ranging in this sort of pattern. So essentially, what we'll be looking for will be a breakout of this zone. Okay. So if price is able to break out of this zone, most likely it will break to the upside as a continuation pattern. And this is on the dollar index. So which makes our sell trade for gold even much more likely to happen. So that has been my analysis for gold. Next, I'm going to talk about my analysis for Euro USD. So for Euro USD, again, from the weekly time frame, we can see the price has been strongly bearish as well. And ultimately, this is where we're expecting price to get down to. So that is the 0.97 area. And then if you go down to the monthly time frame, we can see that zone here that we are marking. Okay, there is one here where price seems to have bounced from numerous times, but again, we're expecting price to just get down into that area for now. So back to the weekly time frame. So we can see the candlestick. Price tried to push to the upside from there, but we can see that rejection from this lovely wick that was formed around this resistance area at the 1.012 area. Now, if we go to our daily time frame, we can see exactly what happened there. When price got into this area, it did as if it was going to break above here and then continue up. But what happened? Price never closed above it. Price got there, tried to push to the upside, but ended up closing strongly to the downside. And we can see this very strong bullish and bearish candle. This very strong bearish candle indicates that price most likely will continue to the downside. All right. But of course, there will be a few retracements before that down move happens. And it looks like that retracement is happening now. Okay. Um, so if we go to the 4-hour time frame, so on the 4-hour time frame, we can see price rejecting and then now ranging between these two areas. So basically, the range that we are looking at now for Euro USD on the 4-hour time frame is this area here. Okay, and if you notice as well, this is the exact reverse of what I pointed out for the dollar index. So the dollar index was in the opposite direction, coming from down here and then ranging. And I'm saying I'm expecting price to more or less come back down and break that range as a continuation to the downside. And it's basically what I'm expecting for Euro USD as well. Again, that is just my that's just basically what I'm looking at, the price ranging from these levels, okay, and then coming up. All right, so price could end up breaking to the upside, so we should know that that is possible. But when you're looking at this sort of price pattern, then what we'll be expecting is a break to the downside. Okay, the retest and price continuing all the way down for Euro USD. Okay, so basically I am expecting price to break this range all the way to the downside. There may be a false breakout here, but price continues to the downside. So we have to be careful. If there is a breakout to the upside, wait for price to retest this zone before entering any sort of buy trade. Because if price enters into the zone, it may just as well continue to the downside. And the same thing here as well. If price breaks to the downside, wait for a retest for entering your sell trade. But generally, I will be expecting the market to sell for Euro USD, just like gold as well. So this is what I'm expecting to happen um, in the coming week. So I will be looking for my sell trade on Euro USD as well. So next we go to GBP USD, and again we'll look at the weekly time frame, and then we just work our way down to the 4-hour time frame. Now on the weekly time frame, we can see clearly that price has gotten to resistance level here. You can see the last point here around the 1.142 area. We can see where it tested last, and our price is generally at that area now. So, and given how price has been moving strongly to the downside, I am expecting this to continue as well. Okay, so if we go to the 4-hour time frame, we can see price coming retracing to the upside, coming down to this support level to test it around the 1.142 area, and then we can see the rejection from there with this pin bar formed, and then to the upside again, and then you can see how strong this bearish candle is, and then moving to the upside, to the downside. Now price got to this level, failed to break and close below that area. We can see the rejection there, and then that is where we are currently. Okay, and this is on the daily time frame. So the next daily time frame, or the next daily candle, will be extremely important for GBP USD. So if the next daily candle closes bearish below this 1.42 area, or the 1.4 area generally, then we're expecting that price will continue to the downside. So the Monday candle close is very important for us. And then if we move to the 4-hour time frame, we can see as well what is happening. We can see the strong move to the downside, and we can see a retracement here as well, and then another move again to the downside, and then price retracing a bit again, probably into this area here, and then price may just continue to the downside. So for GBP USD, I wouldn't rush to trade. I will wait to see how the next few candles form, especially the daily candle. If the daily candle closes below this support area here and closes strongly as well, then I will know that price will continue to the downside. And the probability of that happening again is quite strong because we know price has been in the downtrend for a while. And looking at Euro USD and gold as well, GBP would follow suit to the downside. And knowing that dollar index is more in the positive region. So basically, that is my analysis for GBP USD. And then lastly, I will talk about GBP JPY. Again, from GBP JPY, from the weekly time frame, we can see there has been a rejection of this 168 area. You can see multiple rejections when price got into that zone, and then all the way to the downside strongly as well. And that is an indication that price most likely will continue to the downside for me. And then if you look at it as well, yeah, if we're able to pinpoint this candle on the daily time frame, and this I think happened on a Tuesday or so, or Monday rather, Monday or Tuesday, yeah, I think Tuesday this closed strongly bearish, and so you would have been able to capitalize on the sell trade there, looking at this pin bar that was formed. And then you can see price continuing to the downside quite strongly, and all the candles have been very bearish as well. So and the last candle to form, we can see this one broke this support area quite strongly, and you can see it being tested here several times. Broke it strongly, price tried to get up there, rejected, get up there, rejected, and you can see price moving towards that area now. So what I'm expecting is for this area to actually hold and price to still continue its down move. So price to get there, look for your sell signal around that area. that is around the 1.636 or 635 area, and then continue to the downside either towards the 161 area. So we're looking at maybe 200 pip move, or probably all the way down to the 158 area that we've been looking at for some time now. So yeah, so if we're able to get our sell signal from here, then we'll be looking to sell GBP JPY as well. So in conclusion, generally, I am expecting sell trades for the four major pairs: gold, euro USD, GBP USD, and GBP JPY. The trick now is just to wait for price to get to the key areas that I've pointed out, price to give us a sell candlestick pattern, and the ones that we look out for I've mentioned previously. That is the bearish engulfing candle, the bearish pin bar, and the bearish inside bar, and then we're going to trade that as we see those confirmations. So this has been my analysis. I hope this video is very helpful. If it has, kindly leave a like, and if you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe to the channel for more analysis videos. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great week ahead. Peace.
I can't forget the day we met. Your eyes so blue, me piercing through. I can't forget the